Lindsey Graham has died. He literally dropped dead at the age of 71. He was a senator for a very long time and mainly became the face of the Senate, which is interesting as a Republican. I don't consider him a conservative because he would literally do anything to kill children. He was a warmonger, and many people are saying that we shouldn't focus on that and talk ill of the dead when I think it's important to be realistic and remember their legacy and not to sanitize that legacy and make them seem like this very holy person when they did awful things while being alive. Now, of course, it's horrible that he died and just dropped dead like that, apparently from a heart attack that has not yet been confirmed. Apparently, Trump spoke to him at 7 p.m. that night, and the FBI showed up at his house around 7:45, 8 o'clock. So it was very quick, hopefully not painful. I never wish pain upon anyone, even if I don't agree with them. And the people celebrating his death online, that's a horrible thing to do, and that is not okay. You can be realistic about their legacy and their actions while being alive, while also not, hating on them fully and saying that you wish they were dead. That's not okay, bro. So, from what I understand, his younger sister, who he adopted when he was younger, is going to take over his Senate seat until re-election, which is very soon, this November. It's going to be interesting if she runs for a seat. I don't know. I don't think she will. Many people are concerned about her beliefs. I think she's going to vote the same exact way that he is. I don't see much of a difference. I think she's going to directly reflect his values and beliefs, even if she doesn't agree with all of them. So let's see. I don't think the governor would have chosen her if she wasn't. So there's also going to be some sort of restructuring here. There's going to be a sense of restructuring here. Nothing's going to be changing. The show is just going to go back to being my own show, and then Average American will be a show with the different journalists, writers, columnists, contributors at Average American. Marcy and I will be hosting that with a few other people every week, just going through the general headlines and sharing our thoughts and sharing about articles and providing an inside scoop from our perspective. So the show will become the show is going to become conversations with Cam because I want it to be more laid back, and Average American is more formal, and that isn't really my goal with my YouTube channel. So here we are, just me, you and I having a conversation, or me and another person having a conversation, and I'm very excited. I think I'm going to like this much more than the other one. The other one was more of a news show. I don't want to talk about the headlines all the time. I want to focus on different topics, different aspects of politics, different people. And the old format wouldn't have been able to do that. So thankfully, we're able to change, see what's working, and choose where I'm going. So one episode a week and then an episode of Average American with the other guys or gals, whoever's going to be on there that week. So we've added some people to the team, which is going to be very interesting. So I just want to go through what is Average American. It is a Substack written by Gen Z podcasters, creators, and commentaries, not legacy media, not party press releases. So we won't toe the Republican line. I don't consider myself as a Republican. I'm a conservative. There's a difference now. I feel like the Republican Party has betrayed us conservatives, and that's what I want to get to today. Trump is literally breaking every single one of his campaign promises. And I want to share just where I am, where my headspace is in politics right now. What is going on? I no longer support Trump. I support certain policies that he's put in place, but there are just things that I cannot get past. Like the handling of the Epstein files. Do I think Trump is directly implicated? Absolutely not. There's no evidence of that. But why are we protecting pedophiles and child rapists? Why? Just because they're your friends and your donors does not make it okay. What if those were your children? I've become more critical of the Israeli government, mainly Benjamin Netanyahu, and the certain extremists within their government that believes it's okay to just flatten Gaza and kill everyone. That's not okay. They've literally been putting out soccer ball bombs in hopes that kids kick them. They've been targeting schools and public sites. That is not okay. Also, Trump's Trump's anger towards the press when they're the ones that are supposed to hold him accountable? Why are we calling journalists piggy? That's not okay. And then I also don't agree with the people within the Republican Party that are like Lindsey Graham, warmongers that will do anything to kill innocent people. We should always first do diplomatic relations rather than just airstrikes. That is not okay. This does not make me a liberal. I've been getting that a lot on TikTok. Me not supporting Trump, me not being fully MAGA anymore, does not make me a liberal. I don't know how many times I have to reiterate that. I'm not a liberal. I'm not a Democrat. I'm a conservative, just not a Republican. I'm sick of this constant cycle where people within MAGA think I'm a liberal just because I no longer support Trump. Just because I don't think that we should have gotten involved in this war. There was no imminent threat. The Pentagon came out and said that. Marco Rubio and the President of the United States said, well, Israel kind of forced her hand on this. And I do not trust the BS that the White House is playing right now, where they're trying to distance themselves from Israel. They just want your votes in the midterms. That's all it is. Politics is just about money and power. Trump sold us out because he would literally do anything to get reelected. And now the House is voting today on a bill that would integrate key parts of the IDF military and the US military and future technological assets centered around AI. Netanyahu says that they're already preparing for this before the House has even voted on it. We cannot be a free nation, we cannot be a sovereign nation when we are working as closely with a foreign government that is buying out our politicians, that is buying out votes, that is buying our military. This is not what the founders intended. The founders specifically made the Constitution to go against this. These are not Christian values, no matter what Paula White says in the White House. Paula White is a false prophet. She will literally do anything for money. She was selling $1,000 blessings, saying that she would get a guardian angel for you from God. That's not Christianity. That is demonic. And this fake game that Netanyahu is playing on his press tour here in the U.S., where he's saying that he wants to stop all aid from America to Israel so then they can be independent. He's only saying that because this bill on the House floor would ensure them money for future generations. It would give them literally access to the Pentagon's bank account. It would give them access to key research. It would give them access to key technology, key weapons, and key intelligence. We cannot be a sovereign nation if we allow that to happen. Call your senators, call your representatives to vote against this. But you won't see the mainstream media discuss this. But it's there. It's on the House floor. And they are actively voting on it. And I pray to God it does not pass. I'm Cameron Rudat, and this is an Average American production. Executive produced by Marcy Krismali, co-founder of Average American News, not in affiliation with Martin Media LLC, and all views are my own. If you like today's episode, please subscribe and follow and like the episode. And let us know what you think in the comment section and rate our show on Spotify.